Hi, I'm Meredith from the University of Minnesota Small Satellite Research Lab. I am the project manager on the team, and my name is Meredith. I'm a senior studying physics and astrophysics.
And I'm Marie. I'm a senior in electrical engineering, and I'm also the chief engineer for the lab.
Yeah, so we'd like to talk to you today because we'd love for you to join our team. What the Small Satellite Research Lab does is build satellites with the goal of performing scientific research in space, as well as we develop flight technologies that go on those CubeSats that is then tested as well. So we have two satellites right now, Exact and Impress.
And so Exact, the first satellite that Meredith mentioned, is currently competing for funding in the University Nanosatellite program. So that's in development. So Exact is a PNT mission.
Yeah, and Impress has a 2022 launch date. It's fully funded right now. It's a collaboration between UCSC, Montana State, and the Southwest Research Institute as they are developing the detector for Impress. And Impress's mission is to investigate the mechanisms of electron acceleration that occur during solar flares.
Yeah, and so just to give you guys an overview of kind of the sub-teams that we're made up of. So our team itself is actually made up of a lot of CSE majors. So we have any major across CSE, we have freshmen to seniors. So it's a pretty broad range, and we even have a few grad students. And a couple of the teams, or I'll just go through the teams that you could possibly be on. So we have CDH, which is Command and Data Handling. So that's the flight computer, and they do a lot of software development in C. We also have the Electrical Power System sub-team, which does a lot of printed circuit board design. We have the Thermal sub-team that runs simulations, usually through ANSYS, which is really good for industry. We have the Detector team, so they do a lot with the heliophysics and photon counting, and they do MATLAB scripts as well for testing the detectors. And then we have Attitude Determination and Control Systems, and they do a lot of different MATLAB simulations as well. We have the technical communications with the satellite, so they kind of work from if we hear from the ground station to the satellite, so how they communicate, and that's mostly done in Python and C. We have also structures, which is basically CADing. And then Meredith will talk about the last sub-team that's kind of up and coming.
Yeah, so the seventh or whatever number sub-team is quality assurance. And this year we're trying to revamp that team so that it's kind of more desirable and more useful to the team. So what kind of skills would you need on quality assurance? Well, just to ask a lot of questions, because what we'd like quality assurance to do is act a bit like a quality assurance engineer in industry, where you would go around to the different subsystems of our satellites and review their testing protocols for their system, as well as making sure that all their documentation is in order and makes sense. So you'd be doing a lot of reviewing, but also getting hands-on work, helping with the testing of each subsystem. So some benefits of this team are that you get a really big picture view of the satellite because you might talk to several different subsystems and you won't be diving into just one. Quality assurance also might help us with some things like our website, which is listed on this slide that we're showing to you right now, smallsat.umn.edu. And that's another place you can go if you'd like more information about our team. It's still under construction, so there's a few areas that are lacking information right now. So if that's something you're interested in as well, talk to us. And so lastly, how do you get involved? Well, on the slide here, we have a Z link you can go to that takes you to a Google form. And you can tell us what sub-team you might be interested in joining. You can check all the boxes if that's how you're feeling right now. And then we will invite you to a info session later on in a few weeks or so, where you can learn more and actually talk to each team lead. So scan the QR code or fill out the Google form, and we'd hope to see you around.
Yeah, thanks for listening, and we hope to see you at that meeting.